A rejection of an extension for an A2 student visa. What am I talking about? I'm talking about students that are basically prolonging their studies because they just want to stay in Israel. Just like you have people around the world that hate Israel, there are also people around the world that love the Jewish people and love Israel, and they're not Jewish. And many of them come here to study because they want to study regarding Israeli culture, Israeli history, Jewish history in the land of Israel. And because they love Israel, many times they also drag their studies. Sometimes they take a year off just to learn Hebrew and then continue with their studies. And they don't study at the capacity that the Interior Ministry expects. So therefore, instead of finishing their degree, let's say in 4 or 5 years, they're in their 6th and 7th year and didn't yet finish their degree. The Interior Ministry discovers this and at times rejects the extension of a student visa. And then these people come to us for representation. I personally love to represent people like this because I see people like this as ambassadors of goodwill for the Jewish people and for my country. I know they're here to study, to go back to their country, and they will be educated ambassadors of goodwill for our country. However, on the other hand, the Interior Ministry justifiably wants people that have a student visa to study and to finish their studies and to leave the country when their visa is over. So what, as a firm, we usually do, and I've been handling cases like this for the last 20 years, is that we approach the Interior Ministry, we prove to them that the relevant student can finish his studies in a certain period of time. After we verify that this is actually possible, we offer a bank guarantee of a certain amount, a bail, so that if the student does not leave the country when the visa ends, at the end, the bank guarantee can be confiscated. And many times we present this before the court even, because the Interior Ministry doesn't always respond to our appeals. And almost always we find a solution like this. A solution like this is a much more reasonable solution, because on the one hand, the student will leave the country when he finishes his studies. On the other hand, it doesn't harm this person too much, and he did invest quite a bit to study here, and he wants to finish his degree, and eventually he will also leave the country. So this solution is a reasonable solution, a solution that reaches the purposes of the Interior Ministry and doesn't harm the student to an extreme extent. If you know anyone with a situation like this, you can feel free to contact us, and we'll be happy to be of assistance, just like we assisted dozens of students in this exact situation in the past.